You are now tuned to BS3 Network. BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
It's Queen3 King. It's Queen3 King. It's Queen3 King. Queen3 King, we the team, it's going down. We the talk of the town, it's going down. We royalty, wear our crowns, it's going down. Tune in now, it's going down. Queen3 King, we the team, it's going down. We the talk of the town, it's going down. We royalty, wear our crowns, it's going down. Tune in now, it's going down. It's Queen3 King on BS3 Network.
Yeah,
That's them Dawkins boys.
Every time I hear the beat, I got to do something with it. You know, it just, you know, I can't help it, John. Let's see what South Dallas did for John. Let's see what South Oak Cliff did for John. Let's see if you know how to do anything with this.
Why can't he do that South Oak Cliff dance?
I probably got a dog.
I live now.
This show out is slow. I like it. And if you don't like that one, now I'm finna give you the beat that Tech 9 rap to on Super Bowl at the Super Bowl on Radio Row, also by Golden Eye Creations.
Golden Eye.
Bless you, Golden Eye. Really come on, close your eyes.
Why you got your eyes closed, bro? You feeling it?
He sleep. He look like he over there DJing. Wake up, Ted. Please stop it. Yeah.
All right, let me bring it down real low. You fade out. Welcome to another episode of Queen3 King. I am your DJ host on K104. Welcome to another episode of Queen3 King. I am your host, King Dog. It's been a minute since the crew has been together, but we are together and everything is clever. We are talking about Unhappily Married today. We have special guest host John Yoggi Lewis of Man Talk Sundays in the building with us.
Hey,
But first, let's start out north by way of Anna, Texas. Season King, also known as Tony Maroney, Skinny Minnie, Coco, the glamour herself, darling Nikki, talk to the people queen.
Hello, everyone. That's my proper voice.
I don't know if y'all can hear me.
This is Nicole.
Yeah, this is Nicole.
Okay, yeah, that's good. All right, and the next, we got the educator queen. Also known as Meba TT. She is firmly entrenched, and she's the crown holder of Miss Tulsa. She is also the crown holder of Miss Ankle Monitor. She is also the crown holder of the former Thought Society. Talk to the people.
He said thought.
Oh, he said thought.
Yeah, that's not. Go ahead, Mika.
I will not be lied on.
I said former.
You sound like Uncle Shay Shay.
Right.
He told Mike, you won't lie on my name. You won't lie on me tonight.
Wow. He was probably irritated because them tight clothes he had on Radio Row. But anyway,
Baby, I mean, be our uncle. Don't do that. I love him. Yeah.
I like him a lot too. Mika, you don't have nothing to say?
Good evening.
All right. And next we have the baby queen, also known as Mama Lee, formerly entrenched firmly in the corner of Blake as Blake's mama. Now she is New York Reds mama, Bronxy. Talk to the people, queen.
Good evening, everyone. I got a lot of kids.
And
Ask Alicia how she dragged Bronx out of church on Sunday. No, not now. Not now.
Not on the live
It
radio.
was quite embarrassing. I did like
why he out of church?
out of church.
Well, shit, as long as you didn't have to drag him in church, that's the only thing that's the problem.
And then when we got back, he said, "Amen, amen."
He got saved.
Wow.
It was so embarrassing.
On the way out, he said, "Amen."
No, when we got back, he said, "Amen."
I heard that. All right. Again, today's topic is Unhappily Married. We'll dig into that here in just a moment. If you are watching on Facebook, please give StreamYard permission to show your name in the chat. There is a link in the show description and the body of the post that you'll need to click, or you can just go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. In addition, we are live on Roku TV. Just do a search for BS3 TV and download today. That way you can sit comfortable on your couch and you can put your arms rested comfortably on your stomach like some people do. Also, please click the like button, subscribe on YouTube, hit the notification bell. We sure appreciate it. Before we get started, we do have some viewers already in our chat room. Let's go ahead and give them some love. We got BS3 Network in the building. I can only imagine that is being said with the third, the gentleman who put the BS in BS3 Network.
Hello
In addition,
again.
Facebook user, not sure who this is. It probably is Anita. She says, "Hey, my beautiful family."
Hey.
User also says LMMFAO. I don't know what the second.
My.
We got my bestie in the building. That's Jeff Gilliard. Best Scope Cooking Show. He says, "Welcome back, best friend. We sure appreciate it, man. What's on the menu for this week's show?" And then we got King 2.0 in the building. We sure appreciate him.
Yes, sir.
AJ Jones of the Lunch Break Sports Show. Please check him out, 12 Central Time, every day here on BS3 Network. And Jeff says, "Hey, y'all," the Facebook user is just laughing. We got Pastor Derek Smith in the building. He says, "What's happening?"
Hey, Derek.
Yes.
This gentleman deserves special kudos for putting up with the comedian Yoggi every day. John, I can give you an opportunity to say hi to the viewers, so why don't you go ahead, sir?
Hey, everybody. We had a good time yesterday, man. It was... Yeah, we had a good time yesterday. But hey, everybody, thank you guys for having me. It's always a pleasure being back back with family. Nicole, Mika, Alicia. Thank you guys for having me, and I appreciate it.
I'm gonna say monks, but I think he got confused. He didn't know if it was a mug or a monk, so he just stopped right away. So I understand.
You know when you when you don't know.
You out of your depths. Were you called the male chauvinist yesterday on the show? That's what I need to know.
No, actually, we had a moment to where Selena was talking about trauma, and she was actually really serious. And I don't know how to be serious. I be trying, but I don't know how to be serious.
Oh man.
So she was talking about this little boy that was going through trauma because his mom was a prostitute, and she said they was in the hotel, and every time his mom would have a guy over, the mom would make the little boy walk outside, and it was all serious. And I said, I just happened to say, "Mom is about to get that work."
Wow. And Mika and Alicia cannot even be seen right now because they are laughing too hard. That is a shame, man.
Get him, Selena.
That is hilarious, man. Wow.
Liv trying to keep a straight face. It was, oh man, it was.
Yeah. So apparently they're there for that. And Facebook user says I definitely would have said the same. All right. Let's go ahead and dig on it. We're gonna start with the season queen with this one. She's married. She ought to be able to answer this question. Are married people happier than those who are not? Before you answer that question, let me give a shout out to Walter Sutton. He gave us a little love there. We appreciate it. If you're listening, please, like I said, give us a like, give us a love. We'd appreciate it. Season queen, are married people happier than those who are not, ma'am? Okay, if you can't, no, hold on.
I am married, but what I'm saying is, I don't know if the marriage people, if people that are married, if they are happier than the people that are not married. I don't know that. I don't know the statistics behind all of that. So I don't know
what.
I don't know the statistics around that, because I don't know if anybody. I'm just, if I give you an answer, it's going to be more likely just my own opinion.
Well, that's all you can give.
Yeah, because I don't know if I still don't know if married people are happier than those who are not married.
Okay, based on your purview, your perspective, you can only go by, your scope, right? Your area of exposure. So based on what you see on a daily basis, married folks and unmarried folks, in your humble opinion, are married people happier than those who are not?
I would probably say that most of them are probably happier than not. And that's all I can say. I don't know the percentage on that. I just think that maybe it is better to be married, because you don't have some of everybody has issues in their relationships, but so that's my answer.
And maybe because mama getting that work. Go ahead, Mika.
What mama?
You the mama in this situation, Mika. And I'm gonna say this right now: if you'd like to sign up for our private chats, for just $4.99 a month, you can get it. You can get it, and I promise you, it's a lot better than the show. And also tell us what you think as well. When we ask these questions, we got a series of questions we're going to be answering, and only the way we can. Are married people happier than those who are not, in your opinion? And I definitely need to hear what Pastor Smith got to say about this. I got to hear about what King 2.0 got to say about this. I got to hear about what Jeff say about this. You notice I only need to hear what the brothers got to say about this. I hadn't said one time. I need to hear what a woman got to say about it, because we got him on the show.
See, are you a chauvinist?
I'm just trying to make John right at home. Queen of the former thoughts. What do you think? Are married people happier than those who are not?
Go, Nikki.
Wow. She was queen before you was, so go ahead. Oh, she had a reign. Trust me. Go ahead, Mika.
It depends on who you ask. That is a loaded question.
Right.
So
let me ask you this: why are y'all so scared to get y'all opinion on stuff today?
You want my opinion? I give you my opinion.
No, I'm saving you for last intentionally. But that's what we do on this show. We give our opinion, and I ain't scared of nothing. I'm gonna tell the truth. So what you scared for? Say what you think.
I was scared. I just
said acting like you tiptoeing and shit. Go ahead, John. Say what you gonna say about the topic. Say what you gonna say about Mika.
Oh well, why are you scared, Mika?
I was about to say, John.
It ain't like you to be scared.
I don't think it's about being.
It's not about being scared.
I don't want to hurt people's feelings or something like that. Just tell what you think. It's just an opinion.
People want to know you're on here because people want to know what you think about it.
That's right.
That's all.
That's
all we're saying.
My opinion, if you're happily married, I think you are. Boy, do your face like that again. I'm gonna come through this camera. Let me say what I'm saying.
Yes, Lord.
It just depends. If you're happily married, I think you're better off being married, to me, because it get lonely in these streets. And these groceries costing $60. I need somebody to split that with.
See,
Wow.
That part. You better tell them. You
I
better
need
tell them,
somebody to come
girl.
over here.
That's probably why she
costing
hesitated.
$60.
Yeah. Well,
But
see,
a
that's
day.
single
For a
cost,
day.
Lily. She ain't understanding when you got somebody like Blake in the crib. That's
Because that's a blessing.
Yeah. And I don't be sending dinner over there like I used to.
Ted, why not?
He done fell off.
See, yeah.
Because he ain't got booed up in it. No, I'm just
Right. That's exactly not the reason. So Mika, that's all you got to say?
Put down.
Mika, her almost look natural today, don't it, y'all?
She's about to cuss real good.
You are something else.
I do the show for John. I'm just letting everybody know. Lily, the baby queen, are married peoples happier than those who are not?
No, they are not, because there's a lot of lonely, single, married people.
Ooh, that's all you want to say?
That part.
Yeah.
That part. Yes.
There's a lot of lonely, single, married people. So a lot of people love to say they married because they just want to say they're married, but they're secretly miserable.
Oh, so they look happy on the gram and on the.
We're gonna do couple goals and all that. Oh yeah. But behind closed doors, he might be carrying, she might be carrying the whole family on their back. So it ain't all.
I know y'all was arguing right before y'all snapped them pictures. You had to make the nigga stand straight. John, are married people happier than those who are not?
I want to say the caveat to the question is people. So single people, some seem to be happier than married people. But my understanding is piss in the dating pool. So nobody's getting in the pool.
It's
married people are often looking at single people wishing that they were there, and single people looking at married people thinking that they were there. I think it's all about the person. Because we are not mentally stable and mentally healthy when we get into relationships or not. I think it just depends on who's the most mentally stable, mentally healthy at the time. Because single people can enjoy being single. I know I know people that enjoy being single with different women or different guys, and I know people that are married that are miserable. Yeah. So to say who's the happiest, I want to say it's not about single or married, but about the individuals. I think you have to be happy with yourself and be complete with yourself and be whole as a person. Oftentimes when we're trying to get in and out of relationships, we're not whole. And not being whole will either keep you out of a relationship or get you divorced if you in one. So that's
I'm
John talking like he kind of got sense today.
I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about it all day. That's all. I've been thinking about it all day. That's all.
Let's just say yesterday, whenever I sent him the topic, he said, "Hell yeah."
Because immediately I wanted to say, yeah, it's better being married.
Because he saw what he could do with it. So what I'm going to do is
having somebody there, it would appear to be a lot better having somebody there. Somebody's got your back. But everybody don't have that in marriages.
Right.
You know,
that's true.
Some people play marriage like Alicia said. It's not, you know, some people are still trying to figure out what relationships and marriages are and been married for years. So it just depends on the individuals, man.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's how you know Usher's not saved, because the Bible says it's better to marry than burn. And Usher says it's the opposite.
He's actually married.
Let it burn.
He just got married.
Let it burn.
Yeah,
but he wrote that song before he got married. He said, "Let it burn." For me, I'm gonna come at it a little differently. First, I'm gonna give you some statistics. That word is difficult for whoever was struggling with it earlier. Nico,
say stats. If you can't say the whole word.
Statistics. I can say it. I just got to slow down. Like kids.
Be specific now.
Slow down and say your words now.
Be specific.
So we're talking about these stats from 2009 to 2023. So we have an extensive period of time, right?
Mhm.
Right at
Yeah.
about 14 years, and
Mhm.
more than 2.5 million adults in the United States were surveyed and asked this question over this time period. And they were asked how would they rate their current life, with 0 being the worst possible rating and 10 being the best. And so overall, being married was associated with significantly higher reports of happiness, is what the data showed. Okay, so the statistics show, yes, right? Adults who are married report being far happier than those in any other relationship status, according to a Gallup poll published Friday. Well, don't worry about the date. Over the and this recently just came out. In fact, when I was on the private jet coming back from Las Vegas, I was actually reading a CNN article
Private jet.
that
Give me
said
Southwest. Give me a Southwest. Go ahead.
exactly.
That's what they call Southwest. Don't worry.
Exactly. Now, over the survey period, married people consistently reported their happiness levels higher than their unmarried counterparts, ranging from 12 to 24% higher. The gap was there even when researchers adjusted for factors such as age, race, ethnicity, gender, and education. Is what
It's more
Uh-huh.
they didn't adjust for. They didn't adjust for lying. Where that at? They lying. They are lying.
Come on.
As married people, we're gonna tell you, y'all lying.
Come on,
What's difficult about this, and I hate to do this, but what's difficult about it is married people, we always want to make our marriage look like it's not even just good, but it's perfect, that we have no flaws, that we're not arguing,
Right.
we're not doing anything, and that's not the case. And what's so bad about that is you can't help nobody. We can't help people because we got our nose up in there. We married, my husband, my wife, and this. No. Most of the time we argue. I want to choke her. She wants to choke me. And we won't be honest about. If we would just be honest, because you know what's wrong with people that are dating, married people won't be honest about relationships, what they're supposed to be. Because if they would be, single people would go into relationships different.
Yeah.
They wouldn't. I
That's
think
true.
it's kind of like salvation. When people first get saved, they think Jesus is gonna take it all. It's gonna be easy. It's gonna be a cakewalk. And then the first time trauma comes in, no, you losing your mind. I thought y'all had told me that it was gonna be all berries and honey. And Jesus is gonna bring down fish and loaves and the bread and all that. And I haven't got neither. So we won't be honest, man. I'm sorry. I just had to jump in because I just don't think that's honest. I don't think
that's what's up. That's what's up. Let's see. One of our again, this Facebook user, not sure who this is. They said I definitely would have said the same. I think that said that to somebody's answer. Someone else says, "Hey, family. Hey, whoever you is." Somebody else said married but still lonely. And then we got some smiley faces. I'm gonna say this, okay? Taking into consideration all types of marriages, right? Because we know they run the gamut, right? And again, we got to think we're talking about a multitude of races, a multitude of geographical locations, ages, right? Some older folks, some younger folks, and again, I guess probably my view of marriage, I tend to believe that is the case, that married people are happier overall than single people. Okay. That's not to say that single people ain't having a damn good time sometime, right? Trust me, we are. We were.
I was gonna say
we were. But when you think about life, right? You think about it from January to December and the things you go through, and again, you think about the types of people who have big families and have a lot of events, and you think about the people who don't have big families. They may be the only kids, and they may, overall, in my estimation, I do believe, and again, I think the percentage is small. They say it only between 12 to 24% happier. So I'm not saying they walking through the street whistling Dixie every day,
right.
They that happy, but I think overall, married people are probably marginally happier than others, even if it's not for anything other than what Lily and Mika said in terms of, I got a partner to go through this stuff with. right? Whereas single people
That's true.
often, unless they are well developed in their other relationships, right, with their family and friends, they probably feel like a larger percentage of the time, I got to figure this shit out by myself. Whereas, people who are married, at the very least, I got somebody I can go through this with, And again, like I said, I understand that there are some marriages where you walking around and you ain't talking to each other for 3 and 4 days, and shit. I get that, But if we take all things considered, I think at the end of the day, it's probably the case, is that married people probably are happier. All right, let's ask this question. We're gonna start with John. Yoggi Lewis. Is it more beneficial to be married or single?
I think it's more beneficial to me to be married. Because like you said earlier, man, there's nothing like having some, as people, we're meant to be together. We're meant to be paired with somebody. There's nothing like somebody being the yin to your yang. There's nothing like, but me and my wife been married a long time, but it
put some yin and a yang. I know that.
It took us a while to get to where we are now, as far as how we deal with each other. The kids are leaving, and we enjoy each other. Everybody don't enjoy each other. It's
right.
more beneficial for me because I have a partner, somebody to do life with. It's I've accomplished a lot in my life, and it's really good to have somebody that you can celebrate that stuff with. There's nothing like, man, doing the stages and the shows you want to, going on tours and being in all these places and coming home to an empty house. Nobody really. It benefits me to have somebody to celebrate my victories as well as my failures.
That's it. In fact, what I tell my fiance frequently is that, what I want to do, what's the difference for me now is to be able to, when some good shit happen, I'm calling you. I'm texting you first. When some bad shit happen, I'm texting you, as opposed to, when you riding solo, shit, I'm still cabbage patching. When I won that car, nigga, I was still in the living room. It's different, when you got somebody to hold hands and jump circles with, nigga, so yeah. So so I think that's good. And what people don't understand, see, I'm gonna tell you like this too. If you ask me the question, is it more beneficial to be married or to be single, knowing where this world is headed? And see, I'm telling you right now, that's why I think the Lord loved me in the way he do, because it's for such a time as this that he doesn't give me somebody. Because
I'm trying not to. You making me go where I don't want to go. Because now you don't know whether it's men or women you in the bed with. They got people they feeling different ways. They got nuts.
That's true.
That's another reason.
Dude, it's like,
that's another reason.
Yeah, it's no. So you gonna make? I'm trying not to go there, but dude. You better get you somebody and sit down somewhere quickly. It's getting bad in the streets. The streets are getting bad. Getting bad in the streets.
Yeah.
And the Lord done told me, sit down, get somewhere and sit down.
I'm telling you.
So
very true.
So yeah, I don't think that there's a question, and there's a couple other reasons I'm gonna leave just in case the queens want to go there. So let's go to Lily. Is it more beneficial to be married or single?
Married.
I'm gonna say married because it ain't nothing like having your person. Like I don't know. It's like you said, whether something's going good, something's going bad, that's my person that I can go to and confide in. And that's my person that's always going to be with me and weather the storm with me, no matter what it is.
Right.
So whether it's you down, I'm down, we got each other. So I think it's more beneficial to be married because we as humans yearn for companionship.
Right.
That's just what it is. We yearn for that. So that's natural to want to be with somebody. So to find no. So to find your person, that's everything.
Yeah. Meeker?
I say more beneficial. And I know that you pointed out, sometimes
more beneficial what? To be married or single?
To be married, for sure.
Okay.
Only because I know you pointed out earlier, even if some people who are single, which I'm single, and mingling real hard, guys. He single and mingling real hard, but we do have a big family.
I
But
hope
there are
you
times
mingling. I hope you're using some hard mingling protection. Go ahead.
I ain't mingling that hard. Now, if my mingling stops, then hello.
John, what did you say about that prostitute?
Oh God! Her voice broke like Alicia Keys did the other night. Hey, leave Alicia alone, cause that's
She fine though.
Go ahead.
Now she out there getting that. Mika out there getting that work like that mama was.
They lying. Now y'all lying.
No, I'm just playing. Y'all.
Okay, so why is it more beneficial, Mika?
Only because I know you said like we have a big family. We're always doing stuff. We support each other. But there are times where you want that one person to call and be like, I am struggling today. Or this is a perfect day. I just want to share it with somebody. Because it was a couple weeks ago where I was like, my car did something extra. And I sat on the side of the road and just cried. I was like, let me just sit here and cry for a minute. And I was trying not to call my brother because I call him all the time for stuff. And I knew he was busy. And I was trying not to call my daddy. I was just trying to figure it out. But if you have that one person that you have, they're going to have your back. I don't care if they're going through something, if they're busy, they're going to always have your back. So it's just nice having that one person that's going to be like, I got you. You don't have to worry about it. Or let me do it. Or I'm with you. Even if we're going to struggle in this, I'm with you.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep. Nico, is it more beneficial to be married or single?
Married. I'm sorry.
Married. Yes, it is more beneficial to have your partner with you.
You don't have to just say that. It's kidding and standing in the corner looking at you.
I don't have to say that. I know my husband.
Blink twice if you're in trouble, right?
I wish you would. No, but I think that it's good to be married and have that your partner, because it's been many times that he had to talk me out of different things that I was feeling and stuff like that, and vice versa. But even if it's like, especially I think our bond got closer when his mom passed away, because we ended up bringing her here to live with us. And then after that, during that time, it was beneficial for her to be here with us because there was nobody else to take care of her. So I think that made our relationship even stronger than it was in the beginning of our marriage. Yeah. So and that's just being there for your partner, whether it's if they're sick, if they're having a hard time on the job, all those different things, then they have somebody to come. You have somebody come home to, and they have somebody come home to, vice versa, to talk them off of the ledge too. So so that's just how it is. So I'm glad that I'm married, because I wouldn't have it any other way.
Well, I'm pretty sure that even people that are in bad marriages would say that it's more beneficial to be married than to be single, because there are so many other reasons that don't have to do with whether the marriage is good or not, like financial implications, right? Here's one reason why. And we just said during COVID is when I wished I was married and when I'm broke. And she says my name wasn't showing up. I fixed it. You didn't. And then Derek asked a very good question. He goes, why is there so much social pressure to act like you're happy when that's not the case, single or married? Right. And I think that's good. You know, whether it's single or married. A lot of people is doing some faking in front. Media. Go ahead, John.
We fake in front because we don't want to show that we failed.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to show that we failed in that relationships or at being single.
Yeah.
Everybody want to act like they've arrived and done. When listen, relationships are the great equalizer. They would everybody gets divorced. Everybody have issues in relationships. So it's nobody wants to feel like they fail, especially if your parents fail.
Oh yeah.
Because we say, "Oh, I'm not gonna be like my mom and dad. I'm not gonna be like them." And as soon as you get in a relationship, y'all talking about, you better get out of here. Well, somebody got to leave. Somebody got to leave. But now I don't want to leave. I'm so serious because we carry that from our childhood into our adult lives, and
Sure do.
I'm gonna stay married because they didn't. You know, that's one thing that me and my wife promised each other.
Right.
Hey, listen, we came up with single family households. We got to make this work. I ain't going nowhere, and you're not going nowhere. And there were times I was trying to get out of that door, and she kept reminding me, remember what we said. Remember the commitment we made to each other for our kids.
Yep.
We're going to be there for them because we didn't want them to come up like we did.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, I think that
is still dealing with you. Dang.
I know, right?
But that's a blessing.
Again, to reset, Unhappily Married is our topic today. I really named it that not because I felt like that was the sentiment of the show, but I did it, just because it was an attention grabber, so to speak. Let's see, Brandy Dawkins, Dowda in Indianapolis.
Hey,
goes,
Brandy.
Congratulations to her and my son Corey, who have been at the top of sales in Indianapolis real estate ever since they
slanging houses, baby.
Yes, sir.
All right. Next question with regard to this topic. Which gender is happier when single? Which gender is happier when single? Oh, before we get to that, hold on one second, because I forgot to break that other question down when we talk about more beneficial for being married or single. So I want to always come back with some statistics. And the statistics for that question says in virtually every way that social scientists can measure, married people do much better than unmarried or divorced. They live longer, healthier, happier. This must be somebody black that wrote this because it says sexier and more affluent lives. So according to this survey, married people live longer, they're healthier, they're happier, they're sexier, and more affluent lives.
Well, my wife
hold on, I gotta hear what John about to say.
My wife ain't gonna let me die. She got stuff for me to do.
Wow. Love it. And it says, and they even break this down. Let me see. Okay, yeah. So for men, there's a premium, so men even answer that question a little bit differently than women when asked, is it more beneficial to be married or single? For men, there's a premium associated with being married in terms of earning higher income. Now, hear me out on this. The debate is whether that's because they're more successful, charming, intelligent men who have attributes that would lead them to earn more in the labor market anyway, are also the same men that are more likely to get married. Right. So in other words, they making more money. There's a premium on it, but guess what? Your characteristics are the same type of characteristics that are going to lead you to likely be married. And those same type of characteristics will likely put you in a higher income bracket anyway. Anybody disagree with that? Okay, great. All right. So next, let me make sure there's no comments before we get to that question. Women definitely always say they always stay single when their husbands die. The men will get remarried at 86.
At 86.
Derek says it's because you have a built-in accountability partner. That's why it's more beneficial. Love it. Love it. Okay. Next is the gender question. Which gender is happier when single? Let's start with Coco.
Probably the man.
All right.
Why?
Thank you.
Because they can go out there and, well, the women can too, but I just think that the men are more eager to get out there when they're single and have their little thing going on with all these different women. But I know that ladies do the same thing, but still, I think it may be more towards the men out there having fun.
Okay.
They're slanging that.
Yeah.
Educator Queen.
The men, because they be out here just poking anything.
Wow.
Anything.
Baby queen.
That sounded personal.
Wait, Lily, check this out. Who hurt you?
Well, it was back in 2007.
Who hurt you?
No, I don't know if that has if I can say which gender is happier, because I've seen both be happy. I've seen both be miserable and act like they happy and having a good time. So I don't know if I can really pick a gender.
Gun to your head. Gun to your head. Who you gonna pick? Boys or girls?
Boys, girls.
Not boys.
I think I'm going to pick guys, because guys can move a little bit more freely without attaching emotions and feelings
Exactly.
to it
Token
than a
anything.
female can.
Okay.
They know how to handle whole tendencies a little bit better than a female.
They doing whole activities with whole tendencies. Hoes are your friends. Hoes are your
enemies. That was a bar.
Thank you.
Okay.
John, can you go ahead and set these queens straight, please, sir?
Yeah. Men control sex. Women control relationships. And because women control relationships, I'm gonna have to say women are probably happier being single, because they control whether or not they're single or not. Guys, wait up, don't you start. Guys shoot at women. Guys are trying to relationship women all day, every day. And y'all ninjas turn your nose up and act like y'all don't want to be with the dudes that you got in the friend zone. Women can always be in relationships.
That's your best motherfucker.
Women can always be.
I think you're talking to somebody in the room.
There is always somebody that will relationship you. But no. He ain't tall enough. He ain't dark enough. He ain't got the six pack. He ain't got long hair. He don't make enough money. Please, with all that. Like I said, women. I'm emphatically saying women control it. Because it's easier for women, because guys shooting at women all the time. Men don't get shot at like that. Men do not get shot at like that unless you're the top 2 or 3% of men. But most men don't get shot at like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You want to refute that? Educated queen, you want to refute that? I didn't think so. I didn't think so. And
now she lost connection.
I'm gonna say this. They say women know within 5 minutes whether they gonna sleep with a joker or not. They say they know within 5 minutes. And chances are that don't change.
It usually take me a little longer.
I'm about to say it takes longer than that.
What, 10 minutes?
Yeah.
All right. Well, statistically speaking,
10, 15.
Statistically speaking, John is the only one that was right. Statistics show that women are actually happier when single. They said that the old cat lady that you put out there, that whole theory about single old maids, right? They said studies have busted that stereotype, revealing that women are actually happier being single than men. And also single women without children were happier than both men and married women with children.
Because they control it.
All right, now.
They control it, because no single woman has to be single.
Yeah.
But the guy that she wants, that unicorn guy that she's trying to make,
coming up with the
you know, the unicorn guy hadn't came yet, so they waiting on the unicorn.
Yeah. What did Kevin Samuel say? You go and get your dog.
Rest in peace.
Facebook user says men have more fun being married. Okay. Facebook user laughed. Derek says hokey.
Hokey pokey.
And Facebook user says they're missing the aspect of guys get more women when having one. Okay, that's fair. Y'all get what they're trying to say there?
Yeah, I do.
You only wanted by other women when you got a woman,
right?
Yeah.
Nobody wants about it. Don't nobody else want.
Yeah.
And Facebook user to that comment said facts. That's the case. I'm telling you, this private chat is gonna go up to $5.99. All right. Okay, this is a little slightly different. Now I'm gonna skip that one. Let's talk about this for a second. We only got about 15 minutes left. What is the difference between a romantic marriage and a companionate marriage? I'm gonna start with the educator on this to see if she knows, see how educated she is. What
That
is the
forehead
difference?
was wrinkled.
Yeah, because she's trying to figure it out.
I
You
thought
can't,
you
you
mispronounced
can't count
companion.
on your numbers like this because this ain't no numbers question. What is the difference between a romantic marriage and a companionate marriage? Educator Queen.
I would say, ooh, I don't want to use that word. Romantic is like you have the chemistry, the feelings, and you want to be with that person. You love. It's a lovey-dovey relationship. Companion is when you found this person, he or she checks all the boxes, and they're a good companion, and y'all are good together, and y'all make it work. That's what I
Okay.
think.
And then and okay. So you gave both definitions? Okay. Let's go on over to Lila.
Which one would I want?
Okay, fair enough.
Either.
Wow, she don't know. That's what she's trying to say here. Okay, Lily. What's
I'm
the
gonna
difference
need both
between
of them. I'm gonna need both of
we didn't
them.
ask that question. What's the difference
Oh.
between a romantic marriage and a companionate
I didn't
marriage?
change the question.
In your estimation.
The difference, I think Mika hit it. I think romance is you're still dating. Y'all like each other. You're in love. You want to be together. Companion, I feel like it's you found your person and it's good. Like we married. I found my person. I found my partner, but it lacks the romantic side of it. So that's kind of how I look at it. But I
Okay,
need both of them.
so now you can't say both.
Why?
Which would you rather have? A romantic marriage or a companionate marriage?
Romantic because I think that embodies it all.
Okay.
That's me.
Mika, you said either, but which one would you rather have? Romantic marriage or a companionate marriage?
I want you to slap me on my behind.
All right now, girl.
Freak ass.
I think the
You don't want to do that.
Freak ass.
Excuse me.
Because what? About to get that word.
Again, former queen of the Thought Society.
You keep on proving his Thought Society, right?
Excuse me.
You need to get it together.
But I would say companionate because that can grow into a romantic relationship.
Can they?
Well, so can a romantic marriage can grow into a companionate marriage.
Right, exactly.
That's true.
It can go both ways.
Give me both of them.
So which one is more important to establish that foundation?
I need that romance.
I would have to lean toward that myself, that romantic early, because that chemistry can get you somewhere, and but let me just say this, but you gotta be of a mind of making that your companion as well.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
You follow me? Just think about, in my estimation, I'm thinking, but I'm a relationship builder by nature. So for me, it's a lot easier to build a companion than it is to build romance that's not there or build that chemistry that's not
true.
I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nico, would you rather have a romantic marriage or a companionate marriage?
A romantic marriage.
Yeah.
And I want to have I want a romantic marriage, but I would also want somebody as a companion too.
She wants them both.
She want both.
So Mika said she want her butt slapped. Did you want your hair pulled or your butt slapped?
Both.
Ooh, both.
Your kids and
And
grandkids.
make
Your
sure you do it
kids,
at the same time.
that's why I should knock out. Your kids and grandkids is watching your ass right now. Just so you
And make
know.
sure you do it at the same time.
Nigga, I can't reach way up there.
My kids are grown. My grandbaby's not here.
Okay, John.
Oh,
If you got anything on the difference, you can give that. If you don't, just tell me what you'd rather have.
well, marriage is peaks and valleys. Oftentimes we get into marriage and relationships, and we are normally early in the marriage. You're more romantic than you are, and later we grow to be more companion and knowing what I need, knowing when she needs it, that kind of thing. If I could pick, I would pick companionate, and the reason why is because the companion knows everything that I need. It's when we're not, because oftentimes when we're not feeling each other, I still need you to have my back and know what I need when I need it, and vice versa. I think again, marriage is peaks and valleys. We'll go in and out of romance and come, and it just means something to not be feeling me and to still love me, to be mad at me and to still love me. Just that means more to me than you being all over me and me being all over you. Because once we get once we get to a certain age anyway.
Right.
But if you don't get off of me, or you don't, vice versa. So yeah, I take companion.
Yeah, well, I need you all over me, except from day 21 to day 27.
No, because that's when we need you.
That's when we need you all over us to make sure we good.
Yeah.
You stay on your side of the bed,
but not too close, because I might have a hot.
Just kidding.
Yeah,
I think I think most would say that companionate is a more sustainable model.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm saying this, like I said, I'm going in with eyes wide open when I say I need romance first, but that's because I'm well versed in the fact that how important the companionship is.
Yeah.
You follow me? Because that's just the way I'm built. If I ain't got no feels for you.
Well, there is nothing like looking over there when they done got on your nerves and saying, "Oh, okay, all right, okay, that's that." Because you're gonna need constant reminders of why you're doing what you're doing, and oftentimes it's good to see. Oh, okay, all right,
yes,
okay, you good then? Okay,
I'm telling you,
that's true.
For me, see. I'm gonna be quiet.
Don't be
why you gonna be quiet?
This platform is to share your thoughts.
I'm gonna tell you, like Craig say, I know I don't look good in my drawers. I need you to look good in yours.
Wow.
Let's see. Pastor Smith said it depends on the social stigma around being single or married. These days, women are celebrated for their singleness. Oh, he is preaching
that
right.
That is so true.
Oh, that's true.
Right now. And we're going to dig into that for a minute because we got a few minutes. 40 years ago, the social stigma was around being unmarried. That's right, man. The old maid and all that. You even get a scarlet letter and shit.
Damn.
Brandon said, romance me, then I know you will be my companion as well. Okay.
Yeah. That's
okay.
Right.
Okay.
That's right.
So let's talk about this real quick, what Pastor Smith said. Give me your thoughts on that. Like what the social stigma about being single and married and how it's flipped for women right now, and they celebrating their singles. John.
Well, it's flipped because the older people are taking examples. We're taking examples from the younger generation. We are supposed to be setting an example about with relationships and being married, and we not. We too busy looking over our shoulder because we compete against those same girls for men. So we doing what they doing, and it was never meant to be that way. And we're trying to figure out how we got here. Hell, set more of the example and stop competing with these 20-year-olds for these 30, 40, 50-year-old guys and set some type of standard. That's what's wrong. That's how we got all mixed up, because we doing what these young people doing. We were never a woman 30, 40, 50 years old was not supposed to be doing what 25-year-old women do. It was never meant to be that way. y'all thinking this. The women's thinking is completely off when it comes to dating.
Right? Don't we all know somebody who they mama and them are competing, and you done said
Oh
they
my
compete.
God.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It's like that. It is a shame that we all know somebody
Yeah.
Yes.
somewhere to where you could honestly say they mama, you and your mama competing, and they had, a younger female and a older female.
But grandmama ain't but 36 now. Grandmama ain't
Hello.
supposed to be 36. Grandmama ain't supposed to be 36.
Ah,
My girl is 54 with gray hair. That is grandmama. Grandma's supposed to be 50 up. Nobody's supposed to be grandmama under 40 years old. Grandmama 34, 35 years old now.
yeah.
Oh,
You can right now. You can go scroll TikTok right now, and in about 10 minutes, you can find 3 generations on there. They all look like they under 50.
yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're so
Doing
right.
the thing. And in some situations, it's hard to tell who the mama, who the daughter, and who the grandma.
You're so right.
Yeah.
But it's not,
You follow me?
it's not supposed to be that way. We've gotten off somewhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
They done got off, and they done got off early and often.
early and often.
Dang.
Early enough.
I got that work. I got that work.
Because that's gonna make me scream every time. Do you hear me?
That's how Nick and Mama used to be competing.
You a lie.
Oh, this is dumb.
You don't be talking
Lie
about
on my mom.
or me.
My mama is in there being a grandmother right now.
Yeah, and I'm on this show being a grandmother.
Yeah, you surely we can tell by your gray hair. Pastor Smith said, "You better not leave your mom at home with your man."
That is so true, Derek.
Yeah, you leave the
my
wrong.
God.
You ain't lying.
Oh my goodness.
You leave the wrong mama at home. You ain't lying, bro.
Y'all ridiculous. Y'all are cracking me up.
Oh goodness.
Let's see. Okay, so on that question about difference between romantic marriage and a companionate marriage, one doctor says that over the last decade, he's noticed a gradual shift from the romantic marriage to the companionate marriage, meaning that people are increasingly choosing spouses at the outset who are more like best friends than passion partners.
Ooh. Friends, and
You're
also
not going to always be passionate. You're not going to always be passionate, and because if you base your relationship on that, what do you have when it's gone?
Right.
You don't have nothing when it's gone.
Yeah, I think it's
But
dangerous.
then what about the people using marriage as a business transaction? They're just
Oh,
looking
yeah,
for
it's
the
true.
companion part of it. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, and that lacks all the romance. So,
Well, chances are it lacks all the fidelity.
yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
If it's a financial transaction, it's probably going to lack fidelity.
Mhm.
So again, I think at the very least, we can agree that each has its flaws or can have its flaws, right?
Mhm.
And I think the answer is, do you, whatever, because we have different love languages, right?
Right.
And whatnot. So do you, whatever suits you best, whatever puts you in a situation where you can be the best version of yourself, and guess what? So as a Libra, I am a romantic MFer. Right, that's what I am. I'm writing poetry and shit. You understand what I'm saying? That's who I am. So I got to have the romance early on. And if I ain't got no romantic feels for you, it's a couple of them that I didn't have the romantic feels, but it looked good on paper, John.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They a nurse. They got their own money. They got their own car. On paper, it looked good, John.
Yeah, but they know them to talk back.
But look here, but John, that's true. That's true. But guess what, John? I didn't look at them when they got up and walked away from the couch.
Oh.
And I need to watch you walk away. That's just me.
Yeah.
When we pass each other in the hall, I'm putting my hands on you. I don't want to have to go around your ass.
Oh
my goodness.
Dang.
Sick of you.
Well, all right then, sir.
So yeah, for me, it got to be some passion in the pushing.
Oh, It needs to be. There definitely needs to be.
But I promise you, I'm above the mind that I am still building a friendship. You know, in fact, I'm building a friendship from that before we even go there. I got news for you. I can be attracted to you, right? And no, I want to hit that. But I'm still, if I'm trying to build a relationship with you, I'm trying to be your friend. I'm doing things that establish the fact that I know what it's like to be a friend. I know what's necessary to be a friend. I know, you know, and I'm trying to be friend. In fact, Anthony Charles Baldwin used to always say, in order to get friends, one must show themselves friendly.
Hey, Daddy.
All the time.
He still says that.
So, you know, and I've always told people that from a relationship standpoint, I am a firm believer that I control every relationship I'm a part of. Meaning I'm going to be a thermostat, not a thermometer. I'm going to set the temperature. I'm not going to take the temperature. You know, and I believe, so think about it. Even if, you know, some people say, well, you can't control no relationship. What if they do something wrong to you? I still control whether I'm going to be forgiving or not. I still control whether I'm going to extend some grace or not. So as far as I'm concerned, if I want a relationship to work, I got a lot of control. It's not obviously shit. I'm sitting here divorced for 10 years, right? So it obviously ain't foolproof, but I was also a fool at that time too. So some things I know now.
Well, as long as you learn from your
tell your story. Tell your story.
Things I know now, I didn't know then.
Tell your story.
I know I was a fool and how I was a fool. You know, but when I was young.
Go on and end it because don't start.
Yeah, don't start.
All right, it is time for our final thoughts on this episode. Again, Unhappily Married, but we hope and pray that unhappily part does not suit you. So let's start with the season queen and give some final thoughts. But first of all, why is she leaning back? Y'all see how she leaning back like she cocked ace deuce over there riding in a cutlass?
No, because I'm actually
riding an 81 cutlass.
I'm actually sitting on one of my stools from the living room because it's more comfortable for me.
I can't tell. Go ahead.
So anyway.
And I remember when Mama got you a warm-up suit like that back in Christmas.
Go ahead and go.
Yes, we're not talking about my suit.
Y'all remember when we used to get warm-ups every year for Christmas?
Go ahead and go.
Hey, they didn't have no pockets nowhere. Didn't have no pockets in the pants or the top. Hey, where I'm supposed to put shit at? Hey, I'm just supposed to hold shit every day.
I like my little warm-up sets.
See, me too.
Go ahead, ridiculous final thoughts.
No, I was just gonna say that I really think that it's a lot of marriages, or I would prefer to be married versus not being married. And if you are like I am and you're not married as of yet, just keep on living, like Mom used to always say. It's gonna come around.
I sound like she's looking down on me. If you're not like I am,
keep on living.
Your internet ain't even that good. Yeah, they don't want to be like.
I pray that everybody, that man, woman, any of you, if you want that companionship, just make sure it's the right person. Don't just do it just because you want to have it. Do it because God is leading you to that person and guiding you to that person, because God knows what he knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
he truly does. So
God is right. Let no man put us under.
Yep.
Educator queen, thought queen.
Quickly, there are pros and cons to being single and to being married. I think what we're going wrong in society is allowing social media to lead us to either one of those. So I think we have to go with what's best for us and the desire that we have within us. Some of us want to be single, some of us want to be married. There's no right or wrong. So I think what we need to do is concentrate on what we want for ourselves and not worry about the opinions of others.
Lily, she thought she ate, didn't she?
No crumbs.
She thought she ate, but she was working
no
her head.
Crumbs, Mika. No crumbs.
You ain't ate in here.
This is stupid.
I done got sick of that. Lily, final thoughts.
I think I have to reiterate what John said. I don't think there's a happiness attached to being single or married. It's within that person. So I think he brought about a good point when he said that at the beginning of the show. So you have to do what works for you, but make sure that you're happy first before you attach yourself to another person.
Yeah, you got to be that.
You have to be happy within yourself and know yourself in order to have a success with any marriage. So do what works for you.
Do what works for you.
We don't know it all. We just know what we know. But do what works for you.
All right, John, final thoughts, sir.
The prophet Teddy Theodore Pendergrass had a song that says, "It's good to love somebody
when somebody loves you."
See, people lie about relationships and songs and movies and stuff because it's really grand when you have it. For anybody that's single, I implore you, give your heart to somebody and somebody give their heart to you. There's no feeling in the world like it. But if you must be single, then I pray that you are mentally healthy and strong and you're good with it. But I wish marriage on everybody.
Same.
There's nothing like it. There's nothing in the world like being married to somebody. Belonging to somebody belonging to you.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, I too was wanting to quote a man of God, and for me, I am going to quote Bishop Keith Aloysius Sweat. And he said, "There's a good and a bad way
to love somebody." Yeah, bye.
There's a right and a wrong way.
And then did you just
take your time, Bishop? Take your time, Bishop. But in all honesty, that is the case, right? And for me, it's about maturity, right? Whenever you're thinking about relationships, whether it be marriage, okay, or whether it be when you're single and you're trying to develop relationships, you got to come into it with some maturity. Yeah. That's the bottom line. You can't look at yourself in the mirror and say, if you can't tell yourself to quit bullshitting and quit messing around and you can't call yourself out on your stuff, then nobody else can. I'm telling you right now, you need to be the first person to call you out on your BS.
Yeah.
Right. And for me, like I said, I joke around spiritually, but I'm telling you right now, the Lord called me out before anybody. And I tell folks, I'm like, you trust me. If I do you wrong, before you even get a chance to tell me I did you wrong, my daddy gonna be done told me, you're wrong. He gonna call me out. But that takes some maturity, not only spiritual maturity, that takes some natural maturity, and that takes some emotional intelligence, right? You got to know what time it is, and there's got to be some social awareness. You got to know the impact you are having on others. So if you ain't right, hey, we talk about happy here, and one thing that hadn't been said, ain't nobody in charge of your happiness. No way. You ain't getting married for them to make you happy. That ain't what the deal is. You're responsible for your own happiness. And I got news for you. Happiness comes and goes. You need to be on the joy train anyway. Because hey, the joy, man didn't give it to you, so man can't take it away from you.
That's what my Bible say.
I'm gonna shout it.
Ain't nobody responsible for your happiness but you. It's a choice at the end of the day anyway. And if you take a close enough a look around, you'll have plenty of shit to be happy about.
I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
If you don't think so, go look in your closet and see how many clothes you got in there with tags on it. You go look in the refrigerator,
that you can't fit
in the order that just came in. Yeah.
I wasn't gonna say that. Go look in the pantry and see how much food need to be thrown out because it doesn't expire.
Right.
Go look in the refrigerator and see what stuff really need to be tossed out. My point is that's overflow. Some of y'all are operating and pressed down, shaking together and overflowing and don't even know it. You don't know what overflow look like.
Say that.
Absolutely.
And it's all around you. You don't need nobody to make you happy. That's your job. That's part of that entitlement generation. right?
Mhm.
John said earlier today, we supposed to be the older generation is supposed to be having an impact on the younger generation, but the opposite is happening. The young
Right.
generation is having an impact on us. And some of you old folks at your big age, like my little sister say,
Big age.
at your big age is feeling entitled for something. And don't nobody owe you nothing. And I'm
No,
telling you,
don't.
folks, there's some folks that need to hear that. Don't nobody owe your ass nothing.
Mama used to always tell us that.
Nothing.
And
Don't
you can
nobody
take
owe
that
you
to the
nothing.
bank.
Yes.
So this entitlement junk, no, ain't nobody responsible for your happy. So if you sitting up there in an unhappy marriage or an unhappy single state,
Do something
it's up
about
to
it.
you.
Do something
And
about it.
those
Mhm.
are my final thoughts. Hell,
And you meant them final
You
thoughts.
meant that with your whole heart.
I mean, you meant that. But I'm with you because you standing on business.
10 toes down.
she just wanted to say that. She just say that. John, she
I'm
been
trying to
hey,
think of something to say. I can't think of nothing to say.
yeah, John, she been waiting the whole show.
Say
I'm
that,
gonna
baby.
get a chance to say something that's standing on business. You been
I
holding
mean,
that
you stood
left.
on business.
You stood on it.
I mean, you got in that ice.
But I mean, it's the truth, right? Sometimes we need to do that, right? We need to be in a situation where we tell each other that anyway. It ain't enough folks that ain't being honest with each other and telling them what the deal is. You see somebody sitting up, you know they out of order. You know they wrong.
Mhm.
I don't want you, and I'm telling you like this: if I care for you, I don't want you sitting in a wrong state one moment longer than you need to, because you are blocking your blessing.
That's
Mika
right.
will tell your ass. If I see Mika standing up or being unforgiving or being something like that, I'm like, you must don't want XYZ.
All the time.
How you say that? Because you in this.
Mm-hmm. And
If you operate in unforgiveness and all that other stuff, you need to, hey, you might as well just not pray.
Yeah.
Just save it.
Shoot.
I don't nobody owe you nothing. Daughter says you better preach. I know it. Send me my love offering here.
And me too. I hyped him up.
Again, today's topic, unhappily married. We appreciate John for coming on. John, tell them
Yes, John.
how they can get a hold of you. I know Tubi, you got some movies coming on and up in
Hey, working on a movie.
More in 24.
You know what's funny? Because remember, I was talking about this yesterday. I'm working on a CD, my new CD. I'm trying to give me a Grammy next year for it.
All right now.
I'm trying to get a Grammy.
You gonna get it?
It's called 20 something. It's gonna come out at 20 something. Just keep looking. It's gonna be out at 20 something. Don't ask me about it, because it's gonna be out at 20 something. Okay, it'll be out. I'll let y'all know it's out. But you can catch me on all social media platforms. John Yoggi. I'm also with my man Derek Smith on the Man Talk Mondays on 7 o'clock Central Time. Let me see. We got some movies that we're doing. We're still in pre-production, trying to negotiate who's gonna pay for it. Right now, we're at a stalemate. So, but other than
the first one called she getting that work.
Oh, that's why. Because I remember one time I was calling John about something. It was 10 o'clock at night. And John said, I'm going to the set. I'm like, nigga, it's 10 o'clock. Hey, that's why you shoot at night. Hey,
they listen to me. It is funny because I got good people that be doing movies. Dude, every time I gotta go, I'm over there 10, 11 o'clock at night, like, dude, I got to go to work in the morning.
Mika starring in it.
All the time, man. But yeah.
Mika starring in it.
Thank you guys for having me, man. I sure appreciate it. Really appreciate it.
Every time it's a blast, man. And
always.
John, I asked John for a couple of different reasons in all seriousness. Number one, it's obvious because I know he's gonna be funny. He's gonna be a fool with it. But number two, surprisingly and sneakily, he's putting out some good information. If you really paying attention, he's putting out some
dropping gems.
So and I appreciate the fact that every single time, I don't know if he done told me no one time.
I ain't gonna tell you no.
And if he did, it was a legit schedule conflict. I don't even remember that being the case, So I appreciate it, man. Again, Man Talk Mondays on Monday, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time.
Absolutely.
Or Central Time, not Central Standard Time, but 7 o'clock Central Time. Check it out. I promise you won't be disappointed. You're gonna laugh and you're gonna get some good information. Again, Pastor Derek Smith, you know, it's a great mix, great chemistry, and great information. I promise you, if you tune in saying I'm gonna listen for 5 minutes, you're gonna look up and you're gonna be done listening to the whole show.
Yeah.
All right.
8
So
o'clock.
check them out. Again, hey, we want to thank you for tuning in to Queen3 King. We appreciate your support, and please come back and see us again next time on another episode.
Later.
Queen.
Bye, family.
Bro, bring the hook in. Queen3 King, we the team, it's going down. We the talk of the town, it's going down. We royalty, wear our crowns, it's going down. Tune in now, it's going down, it's going down. We just hit you with another one. It's going down, we just hit you with another one. It's going down, we just hit you with another one. Tune in now, we just hit you with another one. It's Queen3 King. It's Queen3 King. It's Queen3 King. It's Queen3 King.